In this lecture, we will be discussing about the various factors affecting the choice of specific magnetic loading, that is B average, in induction machines. So, choice of specific magnetic loading, B average. So, before moving on to the factors, let us recollect the equation of B average. So, B average, even if we are calling it as specific magnetic loading, it is actually the average flux density in the air gap. So, always remember that it is the flux density in the air gap. Okay. And the equation was P phi divided by pi dl. So, B average is P phi divided by pi dl. So, now let us move on to the various factors. So, first one is power factor. So, if we are choosing a high value of B average, see, if B average is high, flux will be high. So, B average means average flux density in the air gap. So, flux density high means flux will be high. So, if we have to use a high value of B average, we have to provide a high value of flux. Okay. So, if we have to design a machine with a high value of flux density, then we have to provide that high value of flux. Okay. So, in order to establish a flux, the machine will draw a magnetizing current. So, as the flux to be established increases, the magnetizing current drawn by the machine also increases. So, when the magnetizing current increases, power factor becomes poor. So, we know that magnetizing current and power factor are directly proportional. So, when more magnetizing current is drawn, the power factor becomes poor. So, that is the relation between power factor and the specific magnetic loading. So, now the second factor is the iron loss. So, now we know that the iron losses, that is both hysteresis loss as well as eddy current loss, are directly related to frequency. Hysteresis loss is proportional to frequency and eddy current loss is proportional to frequency square. So, when the frequency increases, the iron losses increases. Also, both these losses, hysteresis loss and eddy current loss, are proportional to the flux density. Hysteresis loss is proportional to B max raised to 1.6 and eddy current loss is proportional to B max raised to 2, B max square. So, both are proportional to flux density also. So, when average flux density in the air gap, that is B average, increases, both hysteresis loss and eddy current loss increases. So, B average increases, iron loss increases. So, when iron loss increases, efficiency decreases. Okay. So, the losses are proportional to flux density and also to frequency. So, we can never use a high value of B average in high frequency machines. Okay. B max increase ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ already losses കൂടുന്നുണ്ട്, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ frequency കൂടുന്നതനുസരിച്ചും losses കൂടുന്നുണ്ട്. So, we cannot use high value of B average in high frequency machines. So, with increase in B average, iron losses will increase and as a result efficiency will decrease. Now, the third factor on which the specific magnetic loading depends on is the overload capacity. So, we know B average, if we have to choose a high value of B average, we have to provide a high value of flux in the machine. So, B average increases means flux per pole phi increases. So, there is a high value of flux available to the armature winding. High value of B average means if we have to choose a high value of B average, we have to provide that by providing an increased amount of flux. Okay. So, flux increases and we know that induced EMF in the armature conductors is given by Faraday's law and is equal to E is equal to N into magnitude of induced EMF is equal to N into d phi by dt. So, when the flux phi increases, the rate of change of flux will also increase and induced EMF will increase. So, we can reduce the value of number of turns of armature winding. So, as flux increases, number of turns of armature winding N can be reduced. So when number of turns decreases, the leakage reactance of the armature winding decreases. Why? We know that inductance of a winding can be either written as N phi by I or N square divided by S, where N is the number of turns, N square by S, number of turns square divided by reluctance. So in both these equations we can see that inductance is directly proportional to the number of turns. So when number of turns decreases, inductance decreases and inductive reactance decreases. So when number of turns decreases, the leakage reactance of the machine decreases. So when leakage reactance decreases, when reactance decreases, the current will increase. We know that. Okay, current will increase. So now let us move on to the circle diagram of induction machines. Hope all of you know how to draw the circle diagram of induction machines. So see this current ISN, short circuit current with normal voltage applied is ISN. So when leakage reactance decreases, this current ISN will increase. So let this circle diagram corresponds to a normal case, and let this corresponds to a case with a high value of B average. So we have already discussed that with increase in B average, leakage reactance decreases, and as a result, the magnitude of this current ISN will increase. See, ISN is more in this case compared to this case. So when ISN increases, the diameter of the circle diagram will also increase. So when the diameter of the circle diagram increases or the circle diagram enlarges, the maximum output available from the circle diagram also increases. From the machine also increases. So this vertical line denotes the output power obtainable from the machine. So in this case, it is more. So with increase in B average, leakage reactance of armature winding decreases. As a result, this current ISN increases. Diameter of the circle diagram increases, and hence overload capacity, output power increases. So correspondingly, overload capacity of the machine also increases. So these are the various factors that affect the choice of B average in induction machines.